females who do all the hunting, even though it's generally the males that eat first. In the wild, these guys will take down zebras, warthogs, and wildebeest, just to name a few. Here at the zoo, we feed these guys boneless horse or boneless beef, which is what I'm feeding the girls right now, as well as chickens, turkeys, and ducks, and they get that with the bones and everything. A hungry lion in the wild can eat up to 60 pounds of food in one sitting, and that's because they only get to eat when they are successful at making a kill. Here at the zoo, we feed these guys 6 days a week, so they get about 7 to 10 pounds of food per cat per day.
Meat.
Yeah, the fence, guys. Feet on the ground, please. Kelly. Okay, all the way down. In the pride, it is the male's job to protect the entire pride. That's why they have such a big mane. If you guys did see Boomer outside earlier, you may have noticed his very large mane that covers his head and neck, and that's to protect that area of his body if he does engage in fights with other male lions that are trying to take over the pride. They also have a very loud roar, and that can be heard from up to 8 kilometers away. And that's to round up any lost family members, as well as ward off any intruders who are threatening to take over the pride. Kelly, there she goes. Got it? Good girl. Some people ask if we ever go in the enclosures with these animals. The answer is no. For those of you who got to see the girls up close, you may have noticed their very sharp teeth and equally sharp claws. They are a very highly skilled predator, and any keeper that were to wander into their territory would become a very quick and easy meal. People also ask if these guys make good pets, and the answer is no, for the exact same reason. And just recently, in 2010, British Columbia has actually made it illegal to own certain exotic animals as pets, and this includes lions. This is something we here at the zoo are very excited about, because we believe that all animals belong in the wild. And if an animal such as Boomer, who is our male lion here, he was kept as a pet, and he can't be released into the wild, so we're happy to give him a home here at the zoo instead. Alright girls, how about 2 of you? So if any of you ever questioned if they would be cute and cuddly as a pet, absolutely not. I'll leave her alone, Mally. Very good. You don't want to come get it? Kelly. Good girl. Staying far away from your sister, hey? Kelly. Good girl. Come on, lady. Kelly.
Good job. We're walking way down
Girl.
so the other people see.
So I'm going to throw Sweetie her last big piece of meat. Hopefully that will tempt her to come up closer. So thank you guys so much for joining me for the show. Just a reminder that it is against the rules to feed or touch any of the animals here at the zoo. They are all on very special diets. And if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to come up and ask either myself or you can ask Cassie back there in the green hat. Sweetie! Hopefully if she sees it, she'll come. There she comes. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys continue to have a great day.
That one's bright. Oh, there's a mall. I see a mall.
看不清楚。
Those are that's where his milk comes out. Maybe it's mom. Maybe it's dad. Maybe it's
You see the turtle, Hannah?
You know. I can touch him.
Can't touch him. You can look at him. That cool? He's so huge.
I hit! Come on!
He just eats grass. All day long, eating grass.
Real tortoise! Real tortoise.
See his neck?
I need to giraffe. Hey, look through the window. Through the window. 佢見到你把紅遮吸引啲。That's a food she's gonna feed on.
来了来了，有人底下有人了。
Race it in!
Don't bang that meds.
啊，好近嘅，近距離啊！哎呀，冇相機啊！啊，食呢啲㗎？呢啲佢好食啊！哇！呢隻眼都冇，啲眼入邊都冇。
Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to our 1:30 giraffe snack. My name is Cassie. I'm one of the education staff up here. But feel free to disregard my presence, considering me your subconscious mind who's going to tell you a bit of facts about giraffes that maybe you didn't know, maybe you did. So feel free to keep looking at, this is Jafari over here. I don't know if you guys saw Bonnie. She was the one feeding Jafari. She's one of our animal care staff. And I am one of the education staff here. So this is, as I mentioned already, this is Jafari. He is an 11-year-old male Rothschild giraffe. A lot of people think he's kind of short for a giraffe, which I guess is true. Of the 9 subspecies of giraffe, Rothschild giraffes are a bit shorter, but other species can range in the 22 feet tall or so. Jafari himself is only about 5 feet. So in the wild, does anyone know what giraffes would be eating? Rhymes with acacia. Oh, okay, I think I heard acacia. Yeah. Definitely be eating some like thorny acacia trees. Unfortunately, those don't grow here in Canada, so we will every day, look that way. Every day we'll go into the forested areas of the zoo and cut off some fresh Canadian browse for Jafari to snack on. So I'm not sure what he's got today, but we'll have things like cottonwood and alder and willow, I think is his favorite. Now this is only just a supplement to Jafari's diet. He also eats hay and alfalfa in the farm, and they actually have commercially available giraffe pellets. So they'll have some of those as well. Now giraffes are the tallest land animal. As I mentioned already, they can range from like 15, 20 feet or more tall. They also have the biggest eyes of an animal, the biggest tongue, or the longest tongue I should say, the biggest heart, which is good because it holds a lot of love, maybe. So your heart is about the size of your fist, but Jafari's heart is about the size of a Thanksgiving turkey. And it needs to be that big. If you're pumping blood up several feet of neck, you're going to need to be a very, very strong organ. Now what's something neat about that heart and his neck as well, he's got specialized valves because when he bends over, the blood could rush to his head, and that would be super advantageous for lions if giraffes would just faint in the middle of the savannah. So he's got these special valves that prevent the blood from rushing to his head. So he is easily able to bend to the ground and pick things up. However, he much prefers to graze on the taller trees, which is neat because then other animals in separate herds can graze on whatever Jafari leaves on the ground for them. Now I mentioned he's got the longest tongue. It's about 50.8 centimeters or 19 inches. So you're only seeing a little bit of it, and it is prehensile. So he can use that tongue like you would use a hand. So you can see he's really easily able to use his tongue and lips to even strip the tree of all the bark and all the leaves and everything else like that. And scientists believe that tongue is purple because they're hoping to avoid it getting sunburned. If you were sticking your tongue out all the time just to eat in the hot African sun, you would not want your tongue to get sunburned. It would be quite terrible. Now giraffes are known as the watchtowers of the savannah, so it's not just because of their height and their huge eyes. Now, and hopefully you guys notice when you're up here, you can definitely see a lot more than you could when you were on the ground. But it's also because giraffes only sleep for 3 minutes at a time, for a total of 20 minutes in a day. So if you're having a power nap, you may or may not want to refer to it as a giraffe nap. That's something I would do. On top of his head, can anyone point at the horns? You guys see any horns up there? I kind of tricked you because those aren't actually called horns. Those are called ossicones. So they're actually a growth coming right out of his skull, and they're covered in skin. On the males, read into this what you will, the top of the ossicones tend to be bald and bumpy, whereas on the females, they'll still have tufts of fur. So that's a neat observation. And the males, as well as the females, will use those more for defense and also for asserting dominance. So Two males may be fighting for the same area, and they will swing their heads together like clubs, and that behavior is actually called necking, which is maybe a different definition than you've heard of. And then the dominant male will secure all the females. So that's all I'm going to say about Jafari for today, but if you have any questions you can ask me. My name is Cassie, and I hope you can just enjoy watching him eat the rest of his snack and have a great day at the zoo.
个鸵鸟，在这边，黑颜色的鸵鸟。
哦。
漫步呀，一个看两只啊，
两只。
一只啊。
Go in the water.
She wants to go swimming.
What's the last way to go?
That is awesome.
Mom, what is she doing?
Just looking at the water.
We go to the pool. Are you there?
I wish he died but come back in a while.
Because he now depends on the food that humans feed him. Because he doesn't really find his own food anymore. So if they're putting him out in the wild, he's not how to food together. He doesn't know how to defend himself. He's weak. He has no predators. So he has to learn how to protect himself in the wild. And he has to protect himself.
And they don't like put fish in here, they like feed him.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to
Catch anything or eat anything and defend himself.
那是鹰在叫。
unconscious.
这里面都是这些野草啊，也不用人去饲养它，那不是太简单了吗？
Most of it's really expensive. Oh yeah. They measure. It's like close to it.
这个皮光溜溜的，它这个皮肯定很厚，很难出通哦。尾巴小小的。这个土是甜甜的，他们还是在眷恋这个土。不下去。
还不想下去哈。
我从正面拍它的嘴啊，
从这里先拍拍看。
给它们吃
Hello
番
to those
薯
people。who are here. Welcome to our 3 o'clock hippo snack. My name is Cassie, one of the education staff here at the zoo. And over there we have Lonnie, one of the animal care staff. I know you didn't come here to see us, as lovely as we are. I'm sure you came here to see Hasina and Steven, our 2 human accomplices. Now, Lonnie, is Hasina closer to me? Yes. Okay, so this is Hasina. She's about 9 years old, and about 4,000 pounds right now. And right beside her is her brother, Caven. And you can tell them apart either just by looking at them from a certain Telus commercial. Oh. On a hippopotamus for Christmas. So that was definitely starting at Christina over here. But there's a number of reasons why you probably wouldn't want a hippopotamus. So the hippopotamus itself, the word itself, it means river horse in Greek, and that's because they live in slow-moving lakes and rivers in sub-Saharan Africa, and they do primarily spend their life in the water. Their skin needs to have that moisture in it all the time. So in order to get this big, they actually do eat the same thing that horses do, which is here at the zoo anyway. And in the wild, they would be grazing for 6 hours at a time on just short African grasses. But yeah, and they come out at night for nocturnal grazers, 6 hours at a time. And that's all they eat to get this large. Mind-boggling. Here at the zoo, they get, as I mentioned earlier, they get the hay, and this is more just a snack for them. It's to bribe them to come over here to visit you. So you get an up-close Now, although, as I mentioned, hippopotamus does mean river horse, they're not related to hoofed animals at all. Does anyone want to take a guess at what their closest living animal relative is?
What's their closest animal relative, you think?
That here?
Based on their feet.
Whales, yeah, exactly. These are most cllosely related to animals like whales and porpoises. Although, interestingly enough, these guys can't swim at all. And nor do they float. They've kind of got a special type of buoyancy which allows them to run under the water really quickly. So that specific type of locomotion is actually called punting. And they can reach speeds of up to like 32 kilometers an hour running underwater. They will need to obviously come up for air. So here they probably come up to breathe like maybe 2 minutes tops. But a hippo has been clocked at holding its breath for like so I imagine that would just be
Didn't you listen to the lady when she said hippos cause more death than any other land animal now?
Yeah, they're big and scary.
And they get scared. Oh, hippo went underneath the water. You see him?
Yeah.
Hi, buddy. Mommy, can you pick me up when I see it? Come here. Do you see it? We didn't make it.
Good job, Rick. Don't worry. Watch out, B. Keep running, in. Arrow, guys. Arrow. Move your ears like that. I tried.
Behind the bush. What's that? Is that
that big log?
Yeah, I think so.
That might get inside. Does that keep the bathtub nice and cool?
I suppose. Push that log down. What do you think, Ollie?
Wow.
潜水了。他们好像适合在浅滩里面啊，深水不行，就长得太长了。
这种叫色情。
嘴在那个浅，
就是在浅水里面走的。
跋涉。他们的嘴巴也应该很长的。
对，脖子也很长。这是跳什么舞的两个脚？
这里面全是他们的毛。
他手跟头配合在那个里边掏什么东西呢？两只脚。
这坛里面有他们吃的东西。
肯定的。
是不是？
野猪病就是野猪啊。
毛比它黑。这个嘴呢，特别是后面那只嘴有点尖尖的。拉屎了，拉屎了。 它拉屎是站那里不动，并着不动，也不随便随地大小便。
这个应该唱歌了。我们这些属猪的。哥哥是肥肥的，对。
看到好像尾巴没什么尾巴。
我们这群属猪的。好惨，就是拍到铁丝网，还就是它就是聚焦在铁丝网上。
不干扰。我们那边还有，他们的房子在里面，在这边。这个。耳朵上面有记号。干嘛？这动作干嘛？这一个。收掉了。乌龟要斗孔雀是怎么回事啊？你看， 孔雀在退让。 漂亮啊！
Asshole. I didn't notice that. I only noticed that one.
这漂亮的是不是公的？
公的。
这两只都是公的。
嗯。
Turtle's just a gamer. Wasn't he in that exact spot last time? Maybe.
这是不是找奶喝？
搞不清楚，反正就是